Hello everyone, it's Lushawn. If you just found my channel, welcome. And if you're returning to my channel, welcome back. Thank you all for the support, and I would be grateful if you would consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't done so already. And click the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. I would love to interact with you, so please feel free to leave your comments down below. So in today's video, I had started writing down in my savings little notebook. It's kind of chicken scratch, and I decided why not utilize my budget planner, since there's so many pages, note pages in the back. So I started transferring the information and thought this would be great to film and share with you all. Basically, it's called the Saving CD Step-Up Method, and I read about this in Money Magazine I think in 2016. I saw a small little blurb about it, and it explained how it worked, and I thought, why not try it? So I started it in 2017, and I've been doing it since then. So I wanted to just kind of put it out here for you all to see, show you how I do it, and hopefully you can incorporate it into your savings, especially if you're a spender and it's hard for you not to dip and dab into your savings account. This might be a good method for you to try. So without any more rambling, let's get into the video. Okay, so as per usual, I'll be utilizing my Erin Condren Deluxe Monthly Planner, and I will be in the notes section of the planner. So let's go ahead and get to that section. And I chose the green flags. I thought, hey, it's money you're trying to save, so why not? And then I tried to kind of make it cute, you know, so I'll enjoy looking back at it and filling it in. And let me bring you all in a little bit so you can see it. It's nothing super fancy, just a way for me to track it. So as you can see, I had already started, you know, just kind of embellishing it to make it cute, and decided I would go ahead and just start filming. So transferring what I did in 2017. So basically how the method works is you have your savings account, and you choose how much you want to save per month. And you also want to look at your bank, what their criteria is for CDs, like the minimum that you can open up a CD with. So you want to find that out as well. My bank allows you to open up your CD at $500. So I knew before I could do anything, I would have to have that $500 saved up. And how the method works is you save up what you need, and then you transfer over to your CD. And the reason why you transfer it to your CD is to lock it in, so you don't go back into your savings and pull money out. Because CDs, the penalties, baby, they are, I mean, horrendous. So the last thing you want to be doing is saving up your money, putting it in a CD, and then closing out the CD before the maturity date, and the bank taking like almost half your money. So that's the last thing you want to do with this method. So it really forces you to be disciplined, so you do not touch the money. So I started out with saving $100 a month. I just wanted to try it out, and I started this back in 2017 just to see if it, you know, how it would work for me. And actually it did, you know, I did pretty good with it. The first 6 months for me was like, because the money's there, and if you need it, okay, you may be able to use it. However, I knew I wanted to make this work, so I was like, just leave it be, put it there, leave it be, and don't think about it until it's time to move it. So each month, of course, I put in the $100 that I had committed to the method. And once I got to the $600, I didn't move it at 5. I just thought 6 is half the year. At that point, that's when I decided to open up the CD. So in July, now my savings, I took the money from the savings. So now in July, I started back over with the $100, but I had locked in the $600 in the CD. And again, I did the CD for 3 months. I was allowed, my bank starts their CDs, you can start your term as little as 3 months and on up. So I wanted to be able to keep moving that money and not let it sit. I wanted to lock it in as soon as possible. So my decision was to do it at every 3 months. And so my maturity date on the CD coincided with how much I would have, whatever I had at 3 months out at in my savings, then I would go ahead and move that over to the CD. And it worked out well for the first year. I thought it was pretty cool. So I did it. So once I got to 300 in September, of course my CD was up for renewal. So in October, I moved over that money. So I was starting back again at 100, but I had moved over to 300, so that put me at 900 in my CD. That was now locked in, and I wasn't going to touch that. And then again, I just started again with my savings each month. So once I got to the end of December, of course, that was that 1 year period, and I'm gonna go ahead and just draw this line across here because that's when it ended for this year. So at this point, of course, I had to take that 300 and move it over to here. So basically I had $1,200 at the end of 2017. So the method states, the reason why they call it the step up is because you're stepping up your savings to your CD, but then you're stepping up the next year. The whole goal is to now step it up again. So then in 2018, I stepped up how much I was saving to $200 per month. And also I brought the CD that was now due to renew over into the new year. So I started out with the $1,200 here in the CD for 3 months, and I started out my savings at $200. And then it was, so I'm sure you all get the gist at this point. So when I got to the 3rd month, of course, then I moved over the $600 into the CD, which was now up for renewal, and made that $1,800. So now I have $1,800 that's locked in that I do not touch at all. And I'm starting again back with my monthly savings of the $200. So you all get it. I know you do. You all are super savvy when it comes to money, so I'm sure you get it. So again, in July, this was up for renewal. So I moved over the $600 that I had saved for those 3 months into the 18. It got a new CD. Now I was at $2,400, but starting over again in my savings. So basically, it keeps you from seeing so much money in your savings account that you feel like, oh, I can do this, I can do that. Find a different way to get those little odds and ends or things you feel you have to have when you probably really don't need to have them. And, you know, do a sinking fund, or, you know, have a little, you know, envelope that you keep for little miscellaneous things that you want to purchase, so that you're not dipping and dabbing in your savings, because you just never know when you may need them. So again, now I'm at the end of September. My CD is up for renewal. I have $600 in my savings. Move that over, of course, and then I'm at $3,000, and I'm starting over again, of course, with my savings. So by the end of this year, past year, I had saved up. And this is very like easy and painless to do. Like, I think by my second renewal, even by my third renewal, the branch rep that I would go in to do it with, even she figured out. She goes, "Oh, I know what you're doing. You're doing that step up method." I was like, "Yeah." So in the banking world, they know what it is. A lot of people use it. A lot of, you know, people who have way more, they're investing way more than I am. But, you know, a lot of, they're familiar with it. They'll know what you're doing. They won't think that you're, you know, like, why is she doing this? A lot of people in the financial realm, they get it. So at this point now, I've saved up $3,600. So I think you all get the gist of how this works. So I'm getting ready now to transfer over to my 2019. The only disappointing thing, well, I won't say disappointing. I'll just say it's an adjustment that I have to make. If you've watched any of my previous videos, you all know we suffered a hurricane. I live in Florida. We suffered a hurricane that I had to get my roof replaced, and we had damage inside. So basically, I had to just revamp my downstairs area. So that meant new flooring, painting, and all. Y'all get it. Y'all know what I mean. So I can't step up, because I was supposed to step this up now to $300, but with the debt that I've incurred, even though I paid some things outright, it was a lot of money that had to be put out. And even though there was insurance that paid for some things, and then I had savings that paid for some things, it still was a lot of money that had to be put out and things that had to be bought and replaced. So I can't save the way I was anticipating to save using this method, because I'm putting money now back to my debt to get back to this point when I didn't have that debt, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to make an adjustment for now. So for 2019, it's going to be back to the $100 for my savings step up method, but I'll make it up on the back end. I look at when all of the debt is paid, the amount of money, sorry, someone's notification, the amount of money that will be available to save, I can make this up. So it's just a minor adjustment, and I'll rebound from it. But of course, now I'm taking that and bringing that over and starting out January. Well, I'm not done with January, but I did put the $100 away. But that's basically how the step up method works, the saving CD step up method. And if you have any questions, or you want me to kind of explain it a little bit more, I mean, it's pretty kind of it's not that difficult. But if you really want me to like get into like a little bit more of it, I don't know, if you have questions, just comment down below. I'll see your comments down below and see what I can do to kind of help you get this going. If you feel this is a method that will help you save money without touching it. Again, like I said, the penalties for closing out a CD before it's time is ridiculous. So once you lock it in, it's a good way of knowing you don't want to touch that money, because they'll take like half your money back just to give you half, and that's ludicrous. That doesn't make any sense. So if you made it this far, thank you. You've been a trooper. And until my next video, hugs and love. Bye.